Okay, so in this video, I'll be showing you how you can make a VHDL code in Max Plus 2 software. So first what you have to do, you have to find the Max 2 Win application and double click on it. That will open the Max Plus 2 software and we'll be implementing AND gate. So just to give you a brief idea of how this software works, so maximize this. First you have to create a new file. Okay, so go to file, click on new, click on text editor file option. Okay, so the third option, and then click OK. This will generate a new file, right? So this is a basic text file. What we have to do is we have to implement the AND code into this text file, and then we'll save this as .vhd, right? So we have the logic operation of AND gate as there are two inputs. First one is A, the second one is B, and we have an output of Q. So we have two inputs and a single output. The truth table of this AND gate looks like this. When both inputs are 0, the output is 0. When one input is 1, then the output is also 0. For both these cases, either of them is 1 and either of them is 0, then the result will be 0. When both of them are 1, then the output is 1. So we have to implement this code. Okay, so this code we have to implement inside the software. Now we'll start writing. We'll shift this rightwards and we'll shift this leftwards. Okay, so you can do this double window operation by pressing the Windows button and left and right arrow keys, right? So we'll write this code in this file. So first we'll import the library IEEE. Then we'll use another library IEEE dot standard logic underscore 1164 dot all. Then we have to declare an entity. Now an entity in VHDL programming is like an object, right? Is like an object in say JavaScript or Java, or like a function in C, right? So they have some tasks and they have some data. In VHDL programming, an entity is used to declare the input ports, output ports, etc. Right? So we declare an entity, and the name of that entity will be and1. So this is the name of that entity, and we'll place another keyword is. So entity and1 is, now you can name this whatever you want, but since we are creating an AND gate, we'll name this AND1. So AND1 is, press enter, put some indentation by pressing double space, then write port. So this will declare all the input ports, right, and output ports. Uh, Open brackets, circular brackets, and we write x comma y colon in bit. So the names of the input bits are x and y, and this in keyword declares that these are input bits. So bit is basically single value, 0 or 1. Then we'll put a semicolon, and z will be the out bit. So basically the output in 0 or 1. So bit basically means either it is 0 or it is 1. We'll close the bracket and put semicolon again. Now we have to end this entity that we started, right? So VHDL is also a hardly typed language. Okay, so you have to declare everything, whether it is starting or ending. So we have to end this entity that we started. So we write end and the name of that entity, which is and1. We put another semicolon, and now we have to write the architecture of that entity that we just declared. So the architecture basically means how these input ports and output ports will interact with each other. What will be the calculation, what will be the equation for getting our output. Now since this is an AND gate, so we'll have to use the keyword AND, right? So we have to define the architecture now. So we write architecture and we write the name of that architecture. We can name it anything. So in this case, since it is an AND gate and we are writing its architecture, we can name it AND arc. Okay, so AND underscore arc, right? You can name it anything, whatever you prefer. Then we have to write off. So off means which entity is this architecture for, right? So this architecture is for the entity and1, right? So we have to write of and1, and then we write the keyword is and press enter. Now we begin the architecture by writing begin, and we have to put indentation, press 2 spaces. Then you have to write z less than equal to x and y. Okay, so here and is a keyword, right? And basically means and operator, right? And we are operating this on x and y inputs, and we are storing the value in z, right? Then we put a semicolon, click enter, and then we end the architecture that we started. We named it and underscore arc, so we have to type that again, and underscore arc, and put semicolon. So this is the program that we have. This is ended. Now what we have to do, we have to click on file, go to project, then click on set project to current file. You can also use the keys control plus shift plus J, right? And you will get this dialog box. Here you have to write the name of the file, and you have to ensure that the name of this file is exactly the same as the name of this entity. Okay, so the name of this entity is and1, so we have to write and1. Okay, and1 dot vhd. Okay, so vhd extension means this is a vhdl file, right? Then you have to go to this arrow, this second arrow, the last arrow. Click on the arrow, scroll a bit, you will find vhd, then click on vhd, and then click ok, right? Now what we have to do, we have to click on this max plus 2, and then we have to compile this code. So we click on compiler and we start the compiler. So we have successfully compiled the code. So project compilation was successful. Click on OK and minimize both of these, right? And then uh, create a new file. Okay. Okay, so we have to select waveform editor file, click on OK, and then what we have to do, we have to right click anywhere in this part and then click on enter nodes from SNF. Okay, so this dialog box will appear, then click on list and these values nodes will appear here. Then you have to shift them all to this selected nodes, click on this right arrow and then click on OK. So you will see this graph, you see these lines. Okay, so minimize this a bit, and then what we have to do, we have to select some values. So we expand this. Now click on this negative magnifier. This will zoom out this section, so you can see these time periods have been zoomed out. Okay, zoomed out means basically you can see more time, and then we have to put inputs in these two input sections. So we have to input x and y, and the way to put input in this area is click on one part and drag it to the right. Okay, so the area will turn black, this small section will turn black. Then either click on this 1 or 0 depending upon what value you want to put in. So currently we are in Y. You can see these horizontal level. This is the Y part. So I click on 1 and this becomes positive input. Then in the X part I click and drag to the right. Then I click on 1 again, so this part also becomes input 1, and in the Y part again I have to put 1. So this input is also 1, and again this input. Below that I click on the part and drag it to the right, then I click on 1. Okay, so we have the inputs here. You can put the inputs in whichever way you want. The results will differ based on your input. Now we have this input waveform file. We have to file, click on file, go to project, and then you have to click on set project to current file. Okay, and this is the save as dialog box, and this extension is SCF. Okay, so this is for the waveform file. If it is not SCF, then you have to click on this arrow and select SCF. If it is already SCF, then leave it that way, click on OK, and then click on Max Plus 2, click on Simulator, and then click on Start. Okay, so the project simulation was successful. Circuit is stabilized at 306 nanoseconds. Okay, click on OK, and now you can see the output. The Z out bit is showing us the output. So when Y was 1 and X was also 1, we got 1. Since this is the AND gate, it requires both inputs to be 1, right? If both inputs are 1, then we get the output as 1. Otherwise, here you can see when the Y is 0 and the X is 1, this line, right, then the output is 0. Okay, so this is the AND gate. This requires both inputs to be 1. Only then we will get the value of 1. Okay, so this is pretty simple, and you can implement this similar process for any kind of structure. You can put AND gate, NOT gate, NOR gate, XOR gate, and half adders, full adders. You can do whatever you want. and gates also, right? So you just have to put in these entities and architectures of those entities. Then you have to save that file. You have to create a new file, and that will be the waveform editor file. Right click on here, and you have to click enter nodes from SNF. Then you have to click on the list button. Then you have to click on the right arrow button and click on OK. Now you have to save this file as the same name .scf. Then you have to click on NAS+2 and you have to click on simulator. Press start and this will give you the result. One more important point to note is you have to save this VHD file by the same name that you have declared the entity. Okay, so that is it. In the next video probably I'll make some another half adder or something. Till then, take care.